Hello, folks. Welcome to the Daily Dose of Dawn. Today, we'll be continuing reading the classics, Marvel's The Secret Wars, and continuing with Part 3, The Crisis Within. Enjoy. Marvel's Superheroes, Secret Wars. Part 3, The Crisis Within. Dun dun dun. Tempest without crisis within. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Dominating a bizarre alien plane, a menacing structure far more massive than any on Earth stands. It is a fortress of awesome strength, yet it shudders as though made of straw before the incomprehensible power of the storm. A storm whose fury would tear a mortal limb from limb in an instant. Far more dangerous than the storm outside of the fortress, however, is the man within. Such is the terrifying, majestic might of the man called Magneto. Wondrous, inspiring. But let the storm rage ever stronger. I have a guest to attend to. A burst of magnetic force streams forth from the mutant master of magnetism, snaking through the labyrinthine quarters of the vast hangar deep in the bowels of the fortress, where a makeshift metallic prison hovers suspended metallically in midair. The force bolt strikes, freeing a tiny captive. Who flutters helplessly on the floor. Shaken and short of breath, the Avenger known as Wasp lies still, aching moments. Then, this isn't our headquarters complex. I guess it's Magneto's lair? Maybe I'll look less foreboding at normal size. Nope. I wonder why he turned me loose before I suffocated. Humph. I'll have to remember to ask him that when I find him. And I am definitely going to find him. Yes, indeed. Soon. Good evening, Miss Van Dyne. Or do you prefer I call you the Wasp? Do not bother trying to attack me, my dear. My person is magnetically shielded. Well, la-dee-da. You think I have to strike at you directly to hurt you, monster? What the? I can bring this whole room down on top of you with my wasp sting, Magneto. Would that inconvenience you, whom? That would make us both quite uncomfortable. The weather outside is deadly. Since neither of us can leave here for quite some time, I suggest a truce. I want to talk. That is the reason I brought you here. You have a very obnoxious way of arranging a conversation. But all right, it's your nickel. talk. First, I apologize for the suffering I caused you. You are obviously a woman of intelligence and understanding as well as great beauty. And I am not the monster you believe I am, which is precisely what I wish to discuss. Oh, my intelligence, understanding, and beauty, or your non-monsterhood? Why, both. Meanwhile, many hundreds miles distant another, still a more enormous citadel, one roughly the size of Chicago, also quakes before the wrath of the storm. And inside the awesome edifice laid claim by the superheroes. Nice day, huh, Torch? It's like all the hurricanes on Earth for 1,000 years rolled into one bend. Even as the Thing, I doubt you'd last a minute outside in that. Listen, Torchy, just give me some galoshes and a rain hat. And cripes. Ben, look, that peak. It's big enough to get its own zip code. And it's coming right at us. Ben, it's going to flatten this whole place. We don't have a chance. But at that moment outside, it's blood. By the All-Father's grace and the strength of Eno. And let mine aim be true. As the mighty hammer Mjolnir returns, as always, to the hand of the Thunder God. He smiles. His exaltations in the unbridled flurry of the elements, only redoubled by the flash of victory. Meanwhile, inside, put that dumb explosive arrow away, Hawkeye. As if you would have done good against that sized rock anyways. You'd be amazed at what this arrow can do, She-Hulk. We're on another planet with more weird stuff per square inch than the Sunset Strip. And you think some trick arrow is going to amaze me? Elsewhere, as Iron Man and Captain Marvel check for damage. In that wind, the raindrops must hit like a 44 Magnum slug. The thunder alone would kill a normal, unprotected man. Tell me, woman, how can Thor survive that? He's card-carrying Thunder God, right? Isn't he, in charge of weather? Why doesn't he stop the storm? He's tough. I think he likes it. He's probably encouraging it. Encouraging it? Come on, Slowpoke. No way, babe. My armor's built-in jets can't keep up with your light form even at their lowest speed. I'll check out to next level. And in the complex, vast central communications chamber where the Hulk, Captain America, and Mr. Fantastic confer. She-Hulk, move that 30-ton particle accelerator to the power plant, Cap. Once I install the modulator, all the damage to it by Magneto will be repaired. Great, Hulk. Your work going, Reed. I wish I had longer to study this fortress's alien technology. I've barely begun to figure out how to operate these monitors. I'm still not certain they work. Despite the weather, I've managed to keep tabs on Galactus, who's keeping us mysterious vigil atop that distance peak, completely oblivious to the storm. Also, I've kept the villain's headquarters in focus, and there seems to be an aura around it. Perhaps a manifestation of power absorption process. They may be somehow tapping the energy of the storm. I'd love to know what they're up to. At least, though, we'll have some warning if they attack. And we can see everything outside of their citadel. Everything except what I really want to see. My son, my wife. She's pregnant, isn't she, Reed? Though we'd be in deep trouble without you, I'd give anything for you to be with her now. Part of me is, Cap. Part of me is. I wish you were home too, Richards, to spare us the maudlin whimpering. You think I don't miss my woman? It makes me want to crush the enemy that much more to get it over with. You'll soon get your chance, Hulk. We have 5 of our foes captured and imprisoned. We hold the edge, a big edge. I figure I'll gamble on one desperate all-out attack, probably as soon as the storm breaks. But if we're ready, if each of us does his duty and pulls his weight, our advantage in strength will guarantee victory. You set a high standard for all of us, Cap. I pray that no one falls short. Cap, if you don't mind. Not at all. Go and relax, Reed. The Hulk and I will take turns standing watch. And now there goes a man who looks really depressed. I don't blame him. This isn't exactly a day at the beach for any of us. It sends chills up my little spine whenever I think how far away from Earth we are. Oh well, might as well try to make myself at home. This place was made for web slinging. All these pipes and tubes and doohickeys. I wonder what they're really for. They couldn't just be here just for a friendly old neighborhood Spider-Man, could they? Nah. Soon. Jeez, if I see another room bigger than the World Trade Center and another giant gizmo that looks like cosmic cuisine. Well, what have we here? The X-Men have staked out their own private little HQ. Rather antisocial of them. Boy, it's still weird seeing Professor Xavier not in the wheelchair. Whatever they're yakking about is none of my business, so before they notice me, I'll just be on my way, huh? We must take matters into our own hands. We do not belong here. Al's it. Al once tussled with the Avengers. They all don't like me. I bet, and they're powerful suspicious of what I'm doing here with all of y'all. Rogue is an X-Man now. Anybody gives her a hard time, I'll slice them to ribbons. Control yourself, Wolverine. The last thing we need to have is an incident. Must it ever be so normal? Men, even those not so normal, fear us and hate us because we are mutants. Let them, then. Let them also beware. We will not bear no oppression. Enough. The discussion is ended. Prepare yourselves. We go join Magneto. Wait, I sense an eavesdropper. Spider-Man. Yeah, I heard what you guys were saying. And I don't like it. I'm gonna rat on you. Come here, punk. I'll settle down and I'll hurt you. And then you'll listen. Wow, missed? Colossus? I have him, Wolverine. Chubby Chan, Slowpoke. You webbed idiot. We can explain. Tell it to the Marines, Turkey. I've heard enough. He's too fast for us in the open air, but if I could bring the full fury of the skies to bear against him. But here in these close quarters, rogue, break free. Surely his ropes can help, webs can't hold you. I'm trying, but it's stronger than steel cable. Not on the best day of your life, Nightcrawler. Now, why is my spider sense tingling? Is that you again, Wolvie? Dummy, nobody can sneak up on me. Those pig stickers may scare the barroom bullies, but to me, you're a joke. His strength, his speed, unbelievable. He is awesome. He's getting away. We're lucky that's all he's trying to do. He really clobbered us. He made us look like fools, like amateurs. Spider-Man, wait. It's not what you think. I said stop, mister. And let me zap you with your concussion beam, Cyclops? Sure. See ya. Seconds later. Richards! What, Spider-Man? What is wrong, son? Calm down. It can't be. Listen to me. We've got to. To what? I forget what it was. I guess it couldn't have been too important. What was all that about? I'm not sure, Cyclops. Meanwhile, back at the X-Men's quarters, I recovered just in time. We are fortunate that Spider-Man did not wish to seriously injure me when he put me out of action. As much as I despise using my psychic abilities to forcibly reorder another person's mind, there is too much at stake to falter now. And there is no escape from my power. Elsewhere, no doubt the pressure is getting to Spider-Man a little. It's not like him to crack, considering what we're all facing, though. The worst thing for me is thinking about my wife back home, not knowing what happened to me, whether I'm dead or alive. We know so little about Spider-Man. Maybe he has a little similar situation. Possibly. I suspect we'll never know. Cyclops, return at once. Whoa, it wasn't necessary to fry my brain with your telepathic summons, Professor. Coming. Excuse me, Reed. Professor X hasn't asserted himself like this in years. He's acting like he did back when he first formed the X-Men. Firm, authoritative, decisive. Now that he's no longer confined to a wheelchair, I wonder if he plans to lead us into battle. And if he does, will his lack of experience in the frontline combat bring us to disaster? I have learned how to operate the vessel. It responds to my thought commands of sufficient power. Apparently, it was constructed by a race of telepaths. Despite the storm, we can leave at once, my X-Men. Destination is Magneto's fortress. Oh, man. In the lair. At that moment, in the lair of Magneto, I am not interested in alliances. Very well then, Magneto, but be warned, if you do not serve me, I must consider you an enemy. I choose to make my own way, Doom. So be it then. Know you then, that is your choice, irrevocable, and you will live to regret it. Seconds later, it was nothing, Janet. Where did you go? Is something wrong? Nothing at all. Well, I'm glad you're back. It's eerie here alone. The storm is shaking the place. You missed me? Now that is encouraging. Don't be too encouraged, Magnus. Why not? I have not reached the beginnings of an understanding. We agree that when my eyes meet, that there is something electric. The beginnings, maybe? I don't remember agreeing to that. But it is true, is it not? Hey, If the storm has granted us brief interlude of peace, where on this world of sudden death, let us deny our desires. No, no, no. There is so little time, Janet. I suppose it's... Oh, why not? You have the iciest blue eyes I've ever seen, Magnus. And I guess the eyes have it. Meanwhile, in the massive fortress named Doom Base by its absolute master, Dr. Doom strides purposely across a vast equipment-lined chamber off limits to all save himself and the subjects of his machinations. Magneto's foolish refusal to pledge himself to my service is disappointing, but not surprising. With power such as his at my command, victory would surely come swiftly. Denied his power, it is even more imperative that I take other steps to strengthen my forces. All is ready. The alien technology, so rich, so subtle, easily harnessed to serve my people. Energy tapped from the raging tempest. And 2 mortal subjects who dare gamble for power, knowing that lose is death, for truly, here I shall test the limits of power the human body can contain. With the throwing of a switch, the die is cast. Hear me, the power must be seized. Crave it, welcome it, drink it, despite the pain, or it will destroy you. Moments later. You were right, Doctor. I did it. All the power is inside me now. But I can't begin to tell you how strange it feels. I can change back to human, can I? You said I'd be able to. I don't want to change ever, at least 1.5 feet taller and stronger. So this is what it's like to be strong. All my life I've dreamed of this. Where are my new clothes I designed? I can't wait to put them on. Right here, Miss McFerrin. No, I am not Skeeter McFerrin anymore. I want a new name, something flashy, like the others who serve you, Doom. That will wait. First, Miss Rosenberg, you can revert back to human form at will. It was no easy task to provide for the mutation to be reversible, but otherwise you could not eat or sleep, and your useful life to me would have been short indeed. In this form, your body is composed mostly of ionized plasma, like the core of a star. You can radiate the thermal energy of your skin at will. Do so now. Yes, I can. I can feel the heat, just millions of degrees hot, swirling around inside, and I can control it. I don't understand how I can still be alive, all that molten, seething liquid inside, like a volcano. Hey, I wasn't a trade name too, Doctor, just like Skeeter does. I want to be called Volcana. Titania. Like a titan. That's what I want to be called. I'll clear the way. The slag for you, Doom. Careful, it's still red hot. The way I feel, nothing can hurt me and how strong I am. Do not deceive yourself. You can be hurt, though not easily. Man, this thing is too small, too light, no challenge. Give me something to crush, to lift, to test my strength. Soon, my dear, soon you will prove your might in combat. Be patient. Calm. Soon, I've summoned you here to introduce you to the new recruits, Volcana and Titania. Ladies, that is the robot Ultron, my indestructible, all-powerful bodyguard. The others are the Wrecker, Dr. Octopus, the Absorbing Man, and the Molecule Man. Where did they come from? I thought we was the only ones on this planet except Captain America's jerk squad. Who knows? I wouldn't put it past Doomsday to build broads from scratch. Octopus, Ultron, go at once to the 417th level hangar deck and prepare assault vehicles. The storm will break at dawn. Then we strike. You, Absorbing Man, look like the toughest one here. Get up. What you got in mind? I'm going to do anything I want to you. Everything I always wanted to do. Everybody who used to be bigger and stronger than me. And I'll just play with you. Or maybe I'll make you eat dirt. Or maybe... Woman, if you got something to prove it tomorrow against the guys we're fighting. You're backing down? Nope, I just ain't getting up. I have nothing to prove to a dame. Hey, Missy, if you want to lip wrestle, I'm game. I'll show you tomorrow. Ha ha ha. Boy, I hate that. I hate all that crashing around. I just can't stand violence. Really? You, the infamous Molecule Man? I've always wanted to meet you. You're the different than I expected. Yeah, I know. Shorter, right? Yeah, I just figured that out too. No more sensitive, I guess. Hey, you're turning human. So you think I'm sensitive, huh? My therapist says that too. I've been seeing a therapist ever since the Avengers talked me out of destroying the Earth. Look at the storm. Isn't that impressive? No, it's only molecules interacting, you know. And I control molecules. I could disperse the storm. But my therapist says that I should let things have their natural course, so I won't. Unless Doom asks me to. Now, he's impressive. He always knows what to do. I know what you mean. Such charisma. I don't think my therapist would approve of him or this war. I can't help believing in Doom. And he wants to win this war. And I'm going to help him. Even if it means ripping the whole planet apart. Meanwhile, deep in the bowels of the headquarters of the superheroes, an imposing figure strides through the cavernous prison hall. Past the block of cells where Piledriver, Bulldozer, Thunderball, and King the Conqueror are held in psychostasis. To a certain adjoining chamber. Here, in a special cell, regenerative healing capsule, lies the beautiful Asgardian goddess, known as the Enchantress. Awake, sorceress, and let us speak. Thor, have you come to gloat at my humiliation? A goddess battered down to lie writhing in the dust at the feet of the green-skinned mortal wench? By Fafnir's scales. Did she scar me? Did her fist bruise my face? Is my beauty unmarked, vain one? Reed Richards saw to that. This machine healed your injuries. Why have you come hither? Did your mortal friends forsake you? Nay, but they are mortal. There are things which only gods may speak, and which only gods can understand. You and I are the only two immortals of Asgard on this world. We must talk. Very well, but elsewhere I will endure this dungeon no longer. Aye, but here or elsewhere you are still my prisoner. Perhaps Come, Thunder God. Sometime later. I don't understand. I rack my brain and all I get is headache. The ideas, the answers used to come so easily. What's wrong with me? I've just hit a dry spell. I'm so disoriented, of course. Being put in here by this mess and means beyond anyone's comprehension couldn't be helping, and concentration, that must be it. Must be. Suddenly. What? It's dawn. The storm has broken. Hulk. Why didn't you wake me? Now is when they're most likely to attack. Sound the alarm. Get everyone to battle stations. Hurry, man. Alright. I just didn't notice. Don't raise your voice to me. You star-spangled tyrant. I'll rip you in half. At that moment outside. There it is. Doom. It's huge. I see no signs of sorting out and blunt our attack. Can it be we've caught them unaware? Bah, I thought better of Captain America and Reed Richards than that. They are fools. Prepare to ram. Kaboom! Quickly, to the attack. Wrecker, yours is the primary objective, freeing the prisoners. The rest of you, strike at will, wreak havoc, and slay whom you can. What about me? What should I do, Doom? Yours is the most important role, Mr. Reese. You will remain at my side, vigilant. Got it. Seconds later, in the quarters occupied by Mr. Fantastic, the Human Torch, and Ben Grimm. Reed, we're under attack. Flame on. Ben, you better stay here. Johnny and I will find Cap. And... Great. What good am I like this? Ram. Stay back, whoever you are. My arm it's broken. Ribs too. Ow, you little jerk. You're making it worse for yourself. When I get to you, I will. But then, gone. He cut through the floor and dropped himself and his partners to the lower level. Cute. Elsewhere. I wonder what that noise was. E.I. So much for the She-Hulk. I thought the storm was over, but I keep hearing thunder. Unless it's the Hulk belching. I'd better go see. Ram. Get away from her, turkey. Blast. Somehow she got rolled with it in the last instant, but another sledgehammer blow will crush her skull. Hawkeye. He's deadly accurate with that bow and armed with a high-tech arsenal of arrows. I'm not the best against foes with long-range firepower. I'd better play it safe and leave him for one of the others. At that moment, Iron Man, we've got trouble. I'm coming as soon as I can get my armor on. Boom. Ultron, he had us both dead to rights, but he doesn't see us. I'll wait until he goes, then pull Webhead out. And I caused all of this, and I alone have the strength to set it right. I'm going to start at the source. The Hulk. Oh, goody. He's mine. Hulk, fall back. We've got to gather up. The others. Consolidate. Retreat to a defensible position. Come on. Alright, I'm coming. Moments later, Wrecker, I see you were successful. Piece of cake, but I couldn't find Enchantress. You should have seen the Wrecker. I drove the Hulk away. Look, here comes the others back, and we have no casualties. We also have fewer kills than I'd hoped, but no matter, we have accomplished much here today. And to finish it, we shall level this place so that no stone remains on stone. Our next situation, hopeless. Well, alright folks, I hope you enjoyed The Secret Wars, The Crisis Within. Join me next time when we begin Part 4. Beneath 150 billion tons stands the Hulk, and he's not happy.